I'm gonna give you another piece of evidence disproving Christianity, respectfully disproving Christianity. Imagine someone claims God gave them a book, and you go in the book, and the book says that the Eiffel Tower crashed in New York. Would you ever believe that book is from God?
Probably not.
No, because it's a mistake. The Eiffel Tower never crashed in New York. That was the Twin Towers, and the Eiffel Tower's in Paris.
Towers don't crash. An airplane crashed into them. The towers fell, but towers don't crash.
So when you see a mistake in a book, that is clear evidence that God could have never given that book because God doesn't make mistakes.
Given that you've already made a mistake with your analogy, we can assume that you're going to make a mistake with your assessment of the mistake that you think is in the Bible. But let's go ahead and look at it anyways.
Now, when you go to the New Testament, you know the New Testament is the part 2 of the Bible.
If by part 2 you mean it fulfills what Moses prophesied, that another prophet would come and establish another covenant, same thing that all the prophets pointed to, Jeremiah, talking about a new covenant that would be established. Joel, talking about in the new covenant, all people would learn of God by the indwelling spirit. If you're talking about Micah and his prophecy that the Messiah would come forth from everlasting and he would be born in Bethlehem, that according to Daniel's vision, he would ascend in the clouds at the right hand of the Ancient of Days and receive a kingdom, and every knee would bow, every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. All that's in the Old Testament. If by New Testament you mean those prophecies were fulfilled, well then yeah, I guess it's part 2. The fulfillment.
Now in the Old Testament, it says that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which city are they buried in? It says they're buried in the city of Hebron. But when you go to the New Testament, the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 15 to 16, it says they're buried in a different city, Nablus, which we call Shechem in Hebrew. Did God forget where he buried Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob?
Yeah, so there's 2 points on that. Stephen is talking about all the fathers, Joseph, Jacob, Isaac. So while Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham are buried in Hebron, where's Joseph buried? Notice how this guy doesn't mention this. Where is Joseph buried? Okay, because Stephen's talking about Joseph as well. So where is he buried? Shechem. The land is more than just a gravesite. It's more than just a place to bury. It's an eternal inheritance. And so Shechem and Hebron are intertwined. Stephen is making commentary on the inheritance and promises given to Abraham, the promise including the coming Messiah who would fulfill, according to even Jewish commentators, is a symbol of Abraham's faith in the promise of God, that God would fulfill his promise that they would inherit the land. So,
and not only that,